Move on to our next question. You know, now, brothers, I think I want everyone to answer this one here. What are some of the needs from a woman that you like to have? I mean, what's some of the needs you want from a woman? Now Stanford really weighed on it, and it was really support. I think a lot of us would probably say that, but can you go just a little bit further and just try to keep it kind of short, if you can? You know, what are some of the needs that you would want from your woman?
I think the one thing that's kind of the consistent theme for my life, my existence, is constantly learning and evolving. So I'm asking the woman in my life to assist me in that growth. If I find myself not growing, then I'm thinking that perhaps she's serving as a distraction. And the first thing I want to do is address that. So that's what it is for me.
In my particular case, although I concur with what you just said, for me, it's the acknowledgement of the individual that I am, the person that I am that's different from every other brother on the planet, and at the same time recognizing that I am a brother hanging out on the planet. And I have different needs and little nuances that make me want certain kinds of things. I mean, I read Buddhist literature and I think about other things. So don't clump me into that category to say that because I'm this way, I will do this thing. That is not the case.
Right.
So just the acknowledgement of my individuality is a powerful support for me.
I think that's what was missed in the book.
Yeah.
The consideration that we're all, unique in this diaspora of our experience here.
Yeah.
We get generalized too often. We blame mainstream media, the man, and so, for Steve to do the same thing, I understand his intent was, to better us, but it's still a victim of the same, false approach.
We have to look at is something that Art said: live, learn, love, and leave a legacy. That was profound with every man who was in here. But something like that might be so profound with a woman. And the one thing that I would want a woman to do is understand that. Understand how we took the time and learned, and we talked about and we understood what that meant to us. And sometimes when a woman just isn't that understanding, they don't get it. They just don't get it.
That's interesting. It's serendipitous almost that we're in something called the Lion's Den. And when a woman can get that men have that lion in them,
yes,
and respect for the fact that you are the lion. You have to be the provider. You have to go out and capture the prey.
Let me hear you growl, man.
You got to do it and protect the territory.
Yeah.
And recognizing that makes for a powerful connection with me and the woman that I'm with.
Wow, that was good.
What I want from a lady, one that's in my life, love and support. I mean, especially appreciating the stuff that I'm doing. Don't complain about stuff that I'm not doing.
Right.
Talk about stuff that I'm actually doing. And we can get along a lot better because I've ran into that problem in my relationship now. I mean, you complain about the stuff that I'm not doing that other people have done for you. What about the stuff that I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Don't compare me. Let me be me.
Just to follow up, piggyback on the comment the other brother just made, I think what happens a lot of times in a relationship is that females may be mad about previous relationships and they carry that into the current relationship. Now, they may have a very good brother that's more than willing to provide, profess their love, and protect them. And their kids that they may have that may not even be their own biological kids. But because they are still mad about other relationships or other experiences that they may have had, and maybe it was with their dad, or maybe it was with a boyfriend or a previous husband, and they don't recognize what that man is really bringing to the table and don't give him credit for that. So I think sometimes a lot of relationships maybe get caught up in some of that stuff too.
And that goes back to the communication thing we were talking about earlier. I mean, like I said, I've been with the same woman 15 years, but she knows the drill. I'm not Johnny Wishbone psychic extraordinaire. If there's something wrong, you tell me what's wrong. I don't have time to try to figure it out. try to read the signs, read the
mind
tea
read.
leaves,
Right.
you know, put the puzzle together. If I have messed something up or you were upset about something, say, I'm John, I'm upset because you did this or you didn't do that.
Man,
You know what? If I messed it up, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And I'm the same way with her. So I don't. We're all these brothers in here. We all work goo gob hours. We work too hard. I mean, we just the extra stuff that sometimes comes along in relationships and life. Nobody really has time for it. Let's just all spell it out. Let's sit down and talk. Get this thing right.
And I think that one of the other things too is that we're in such a hurry. The patience level in anything. I mean, you know, we operate on our own time when it's not our time, it's God's time. We operate in God's speed. And I think that a lot of times, I think we want things right now. It doesn't happen that way. You know, it just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? We all have had our struggles, our journeys. I mean, we have entrepreneurs, we have business-minded people who are doing great things in the community, this, that, and the other. But, I mean, we talked about legacy just a little bit. I mean, mine is just simply just, you know, service. You know, and one of the things that I think I would want from the question I asked was that, you know, what are some of the things that we need from a woman? And that's patience, man. I mean, be patient. You know, some of us want it right now, and again, it just doesn't happen that way. But